You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Our top story this hour, it's been over 2 years since Sarasota County passed an ordinance banning retail pet sales in an effort to avoid those breeders characterized as puppy mills and kitten factories.
Until now, one store has stalled that ordinance with a lawsuit, but a judge ruled against Petland Sarasota's claim that the county's rule is unconstitutional. ABC7's Adam Cellini joins us live from that Petland location off of Fruitville Road to explain what this could mean for the store's future. Adam?
Yeah, Scott and Jacqueline, good evening. We went inside the store earlier today. They are still selling puppies inside, which they have been able to do while that ordinance was tied up in the courts. And although a judge did make a ruling earlier this week, many are expecting this battle to wage on for quite some time. The owners of Petland have one less reason to sell dogs and cats at this Sarasota location.
It is a positive, absolutely. There's footsteps that are bigger than baby footsteps, and couldn't be happy about that, being that this has really been going on for 6 years. Tracy
Lipton has been among those protesting the store, which continues to sell dogs and cats despite Sarasota County passing an ordinance in 2016 banning the practice. The store was given 1 year to comply, but sued the county, stalling any enforcement. Tuesday, a judge determined Petland does not have a constitutionally protected interest to sell live cats and dogs, and a rational basis exists for an ordinance.
It's not a prohibition on pet stores, it's a prohibition on getting puppies from puppy mills.
Attorney Morgan Bentley helped craft that ordinance with the group Sarasota in Defense of Animals. He was disappointed that the judge also struck down a controversial exception included for hobby breeders to continue selling animals on the same premises they were reared. He also expects Petland to fight back.
It's a trial court decision, which means there is going to be an appeal. I feel certain. It's at least 8 months. I would think you're looking more like a year to maybe 18 months before there's finally a ruling.
Lipton admits she's growing impatient with the legal process, but this ruling makes the wait easier.
I'm confident that the ordinance will be upheld because it's legal, and they could tie it up in the courts only for so long before it has to come to an end.
Now, we reached out to Brad and Kristen Parker, the owners of this Petland store, as well as their attorney, Thomas Schultz, but our requests for comments were not returned on Friday. Back in 2015, though, as this ordinance was being discussed, Brad Parker did tell ABC7 that that ordinance could close down this Sarasota location. Live in Sarasota, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Jacqueline, back to you.
Adam, thank you so much. Florida Department of Transportation is building 2 roundabouts on US 41 at the intersections of 10th Street and 14th Street. A traffic shift for both the north and southbound lanes now in effect. Drivers heading in either direction are not able to make a left turn between 10th and 14th, which includes turning left into Whitaker Gateway Park. Drivers will also see temporary stoplights at that intersection of 41 and 14th. A temporary detour route will go into effect later this year, and then no through traffic will be permitted on 12th, 13th, 14th, or 15th streets. Traffic is expected to flow much smoother once the project is finally complete.
It's been analyzed, and it should actually ease the flow of traffic through this area. It might slow down some of the speeds, but your overall travel time will actually be reduced.
Florida Department of Transportation is planning to host a public meeting in early March at the Van Wezel, where you can get more information and ask questions about this project. The construction of the 2 roundabouts will cost $12.5 million, and it won't be complete until the spring of 2020.
If your daily routine includes time spent in traffic, you know there are some hot spots here on the Sun Coast. All this week, we've been counting down the top 5 most dangerous intersections, and today our Marla Spence wraps up our special report with the #1 dangerous intersection on the Sun Coast.
This is the front bumper of a car involved in an accident earlier this week, and it sits on the corner of what's considered to be the #1 dangerous intersection on the Sun Coast.
Saw that a couple days ago. Actually, the car was turning. It was yellow, and he wasn't going to make it, so he hurried up and sped, and the other guy was coming from this side, and they both tried to beat the yellow light, and they just ended up hitting each other.
And traffic and accidents like the one Suncoast resident David Betts explained are not unfamiliar to 14th Street West and 53rd Avenue West.
There's always 2 lanes of traffic. People aren't looking. Everybody's in a hurry trying to get through. The lights changes so quick, and then people are running the yellow. It's just a mess.
I've got almost hit too many times on this corner. It's only but for the grace of God watching over me that I wasn't hit. but there's certain few. They're all in a big hurry. If they left a little bit earlier for work, they wouldn't be in such a big hurry.
Besides these concerns, a state trooper tells ABC7 other common causes for accidents and crashes at this intersection are distracted driving, violation of the right-of-way, and failure to stop for a steady red light. Staff at the Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization, or the MPO, say this intersection tops the other 4 dangerous intersections on the Suncoast due to its high severity crash rate of a 2.0. This means there are more speeding cars at this intersection than others. About 50,000 cars travel through this intersection daily.
I travel this way every morning to go to work, back and forth through 70. Between 11 and 5 o'clock, it's always busy.
Although the number of cars are fewer at this intersection compared to others we've been mentioning all week, this intersection still comes in at number 1 due to how severe accidents have been in the past. Other contributing factors could also be the lack of bike lanes at this intersection. The MPO is working with FDOT and road engineers to see whether bike lanes would be in the future for this intersection. In the meantime, drivers, as always, are advised to drive with caution on Suncoast roads, as well as the top 5 dangerous intersections. I'm Marla Spence reporting for ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, thank you so much, Marla. And a good rule of thumb is just no defensive driving, defensive driving, and making sure that you got your hands on the wheel and paying attention.
Not looking at that phone.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
We see that with so many drivers. All right. Well, it's going to be a fun weekend for bikers. Bikes on Main block party in downtown Sarasota will get underway in about less than an hour from now. It raises money for Suncoast Charities for Children.
The nonprofit raises money for thousands of people with special needs and their families in our area. That's where we find ABC7's chief meteorologist, Bob Harrigan. He joins us now with what all is going on. Bob?
You know, you guys mentioned about being safe while you're driving. Obviously, don't be distracted. Make sure you look for motorcyclists as well. It's always a big deal down here along the Suncoast. So keep an eye out for the motorcyclists. There's going to be a lot of them this weekend. They're already here and downtown Sarasota for the big Bikes on Main. And we'll be lighting the bikes up right now, or coming up in just a little bit. Jack Avadia. Jack, what are we doing here tonight?
Actually, tonight is one more night of a big event. We're lighting up Main Street. We're lighting up the night with LED lights. All motorcycles with LED. We're raising money for the Suncoast for Children charities, and just another night, another charity event for the Thunder by the Bay.
Right. Jack, appreciate it, man. And it should be a lot of fun. The LED lights lighting up all the bikes. They got them all set up just there a little bit to the north of Madison's there on Main Street.
Right. That's correct. We are. Everybody should come down. Anybody has lights, even if you don't have lights and you just like to donate. We are raising money for a local charity, which we do every year. This is our biggest annual event that we do every year, and it's an awesome.
Jack, appreciate your time. Thank you very much. You got a lot of work cut out for you. And make sure the sun goes down. Make sure it's dark so you can see those lights. All right, thank you. We are looking at beautiful weather for this event tonight and for the weekend too, which goes on at Roberts Arena. Let's go to the maps real quickly and show you what the temperature is. You couldn't ask for better weather. 72 degrees right now. We have sunshine, clear skies, and the dew point is at 67. The barometer is still way up there, 3019, and that continues to hold steady. High pressure off the east coast of Florida, meaning things aren't going to change much at all. And we'll have the complete details on our forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. Today, we are learning that not just one, but 2 people voiced their concerns about the accused gunman in the deadly Florida school shooting, but no one at the FBI investigated. The FBI now admitting it made a huge mistake by not following up on a second tip that they received last month about the suspected gunman who was accused of brutally shooting more than 30 people, killing 17 of them at a South Florida high school. In a statement, the FBI says a person close to Nicholas Cruz contacted the FBI's tip line with specific concerns about his gun ownership and erratic behavior, and also his desire to kill people. Police arrested Cruz about an hour after that shooting, but his capture not easing the grief of those who lost a loved one.
Parents, love your kids, hold your kids, kiss your kids, and don't ever, ever miss the chance to tell them how much you love them. I love all of you.
Florida Governor Rick Scott even calling for the FBI director's resignation tonight, saying, quote, "We constantly promote see something, say something." And a courageous person did just that to the FBI, and the FBI failed to act. See Something, Say Something is an incredibly important tool, and people must have confidence in the follow-through from law enforcement.
These mass school shootings leave parents wondering how to explain this senseless violence to their kids, while also trying to manage their own fears about their child's safety while at school. Family therapists say it's important for parents to talk openly with their kids about what's going on. Listen carefully to what your children are saying and answer any questions they may have. If your child's afraid to go to school, talk to administrators and then reiterate to your child what the school is doing to keep them safe.
Help them understand what they're seeing is just one isolated event, and maybe give them other information about how so much time has gone by where nothing has happened, and so they have appropriate perspective and not just really thinking the world is just, falling apart.
Therapists say teenagers are likely getting a lot of their information from social media, so be sure to help them sort out what is fact and what is fiction. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight as lawmakers work out the state budget for the next fiscal year, what Florida can expect for tourism funding.
Plus, new ownership may be taking over a popular Sarasota venue, the deal that is expected to bring more people to the area.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Thousands of award-winning Honda SUVs are on sale from $189 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. You've got to see these SUVs. Get a surprisingly spacious 2018 HR-V, $189 a month, or step up to Pilot for $289 a month with available seating for 8. Plus, we have Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, the 2018 CR-V, and Ridgeline, a Car and Driver's 10 Best. All on sale for up to $3,805, less than the competition, at your local Honda dealer.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
So Matt told me to meet him at 7 a.m. sharp right here. It is now 7:01 a.m. You think Matt will leave without me? Hey, is Matt here?
Long gone.
Long gone.
Just missed him.
Just missed him.
All done.
Mr. Sparky guarantees they're on time and the repair is free, so chop chop.
Call 888-8-Sparky.
Matt, you started without me.
I finished without you too.
Come experience the rugged capability and luxurious comfort of a new Ram truck and get big savings during Ram Truck Month at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Ram trucks. Get the all-new redesigned 2018 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $25,999. Or save big and get $13,300 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
A popular spot for conferences and events here on the Suncoast may soon be under new ownership. The Ashford Hospitality Prime Company announcing today that it has entered into an agreement to acquire the Ritz-Carlton in Sarasota. The deal is for $171 million. In addition to acquiring the resort, they are also expected to purchase a 22-acre plot of vacant land for residential development adjacent to the Ritz Golf Course in Lakewood Ranch.
As lawmakers work on the state's budget, the Senate matching the House and offering $76 million for state tourism marketing next year. Senate President Joe Negron says the Senate has boosted funding for Visit Florida from an initial $50 million proposal after receiving greater tax revenue projections last week.
We were very fortunate a few days ago to receive a favorable number from the estimating conference on what our revenues would be this coming session.
At $76 million, funding for the public-private Visit Florida would remain the same as during the current fiscal year. Governor Rick Scott has sought to increase it to $100 million for this next fiscal year. Again, they've settled on $76 million.
All right, well, stay with us. Bob Harrigan will have your weekend forecast live from the Thunder by the Bay block party in downtown Sarasota.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7.
The violence has to stop. We cannot lose another child in this country to violence in a school.
A nation in mourning after another school shooting, 17 dead at a Florida high school. What are our president and governor doing? I'm Alan Cohn will discuss at the trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
My name is Stephen Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Sarasota Opera's 2018 Winter Opera Festival is here, featuring Puccini's Manon Lescaut, Bizet's Carmen, Bellini's Norma, and Dalbert's rarely heard Tieflant. For more information, go to sarasotaopera.org.
Want to know a secret? If you're looking for the best selection of area rugs at an unbelievable price, the only place you need to look is Rugs is Art. I know what you're thinking. Expensive, right? Wrong. Rugs is Art has the largest selection of area rugs on the west coast of Florida in a variety of styles, with 8x11 area rugs starting at $199. Largest selection, personalized service, and unbelievably low prices. You'll find it all at Rugs is Art.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Time to get back to ABC7's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. He is on Main Street in downtown Sarasota for a block party tonight called Bikes on Main.
That's right. Let's check in with him on what we can expect for the weekend ahead. Bob?
Well, we are looking at absolutely outstanding weather. Last year for this event, it was raining, it was miserable, it was cold. They had it out at Lakewood Ranch. This year it's at Roberts Arena. And tonight it is Bikes on Main, and here's just one of the fine folks here, Gail, who's been strolling by. Gail, what do you think of the event so far?
I'm very excited to be here. I'm from California, and I've heard great things about Twinkle and what's not to love about Harleys.
And you like music too, obviously.
I love music.
Yeah, you've been on some cruises, I understand.
I just got off the legendary Rhythm and Blues cruise. I've been on 15 of them, and if you don't know what there's about, you got to check it out.
Check it out. Well,
you'll have fun.
There's some great music here tonight too. Having fun. We have Twinkle in the house, and then we have Billy Rice. He just walked by with his wife, and they'll be playing after that. The music begins at 7.
I am here for it all.
All right, good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. That's Gail right there from Southern California, Ventura Highway. Anyway, it's looking good. A lot of people enjoying themselves already. Casey Key webcam showing fair skies right now. And out on the water today, it was perfect out there. Beach weather, outstanding. Temperatures today, upper 70s near the coast. A little bit warmer inland, but not too bad. The only thing we may see, a little haze in the atmosphere, which would lead to some sea fog developing late tonight and tomorrow morning, but should not be a factor here. A warm weekend ahead. Temperatures not dropping much and no big changes in store for the Suncoast. We are looking at high pressure continuing to dominate our weather. There's a couple of fronts approaching, this one falling apart. Heavier rain earlier today in Ohio and West Virginia and into Kentucky. That's now weakening, but that has bumped the high pressure a little bit off to the south and east. Currently at 72. The dew point remains high and the pressure the same. Winds out of the west-northwest at 5. The high today, 77. So again, 2 days now we've been in the 70s as opposed to 80s. It's been perfect this evening. The weather is just absolutely outstanding. Well, current fog conditions by this model indicating some haze off in the Gulf. That's going to roll on shore beginning late tonight, and I said again tomorrow morning. It should be similar on Sunday morning, so that'll be about the only downside to our weather. You'll see this model has it burning off and heading back out into the Gulf at 10. Sometimes sea fog has been known to kind of hug the coastline a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. Temperature still warm inland areas, 78 in Sebring and 72 in Venice. Cortez at 70. Cortez, another big event taking place this weekend, the Cortez Seafood Festival, which is always a big hit. Futurecast showing that fog around and hugging the coast late tonight and tomorrow morning and then blowing offshore. And it looks as though we will see, again, no real threat of any significant rainfall here as we move through time. For boaters tomorrow, we have some morning fog. East winds turn to the west at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be running 1 to 2 feet, mainly smooth conditions out there, and that will continue on Sunday. The only problem is, of course, the fog will be around. Here's the UV index for beachgoers tomorrow, 7. Temperatures at the beaches will be at 78 and the water temperature at 74 degrees. Well, as far as our forecast is concerned, we are looking at mostly fair skies tonight for this big Bikes on Main in Sarasota, 64 for your low. And then tomorrow, partly cloudy, some morning fog, a high near 80 degrees, another spectacular day anticipated. The extended forecast then shapes up like this. We are looking and anticipating warm temperatures. In fact, it'll be even warmer next week into the mid-80s from Tuesday through Friday. No real threat of any significant rainfall, a 20% chance for a shower or two on Tuesday. Low temperatures into the mid-60s. So tonight, we've got Twinkle coming up at 7. Followed by the Billy Rice Band. Billy Rice was at the Cortez Kitchen just last night with some great music there. I know the drummer there, Gary Gazzardo, from the Marshall Tucker Band. He'll be here tonight on drums. Always a good concert. And just a lot of bikes to check out, too. We have the bikes down the road there by Madison's where they're going to be lighting them up as it gets a little darker here. It should be nice. We'll be right back after this. Stick around.
Tonight, the high school massacre in Florida. New details emerging about the alleged gunman's troubled past. As the community comes together in healing, the debate over gun control rages across the country. For the latest, turn to ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before.
And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Please join us in welcoming the two newest additions to the Lincoln lineup, our flagship luxury sedan, the 2018 Lincoln Continental, and the totally redesigned 2018 Lincoln Navigator, featuring 450 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and many best-in-class features. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment, every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
If you're making plans to go to the Cortez Fishing Festival this weekend, there is some help. To help you avoid crowded streets in Manatee County, Manatee County Area Transit is offering a shuttle service throughout the weekend.
Yeah, it'll pick up passengers from GT Bray Park's west entrance, which is off 59th Street West, and from the Coquina Beach bus turnaround. You can either park at the beach or at the park and then get a ride to the event at Cortez. The shuttle will run from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. both Saturday and Sunday. The cost is $1.50 per ride. So you can avoid, because there's not a lot of parking. Let's face it, down by Cortez. So, you know, this is a better way probably to get there and avoid the hassle.
Right, and some great weather for all the events that are happening here on the Suncoast, and so many visitors here visiting our area.
Well, News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a great night and a wonderful weekend.